Hey, Dave Knight, 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today was, what was today? Thursday, October 12th, 2017. The crude oil inventory report came out at 11 a.m. Eastern or 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Uh, Still learning, but I restarted the combine. I've made some rules, and what ends up being, I guess, what book number is this? I forget where I left off last time. Oh, book number 25. So on my journal. I don't know if you can see any of this, but I was drawing some things on here. What happened? I'm keep notes of what I see and what I'm looking at, and I guess if you want to see what I wrote today, just pause the video. Um, what I noticed is that um, I got in early, um, and then I went down. I believe I went down 24 ticks today. Went in and got stopped out on two as it came in, and then it retraced its ass back up and knocked me out. And I believe I had 3 trades altogether today. Uh, my bigger win was when the market decided to take off and go down from, I guess, I got in at 50.83 today, and I exited at 50.33. So I was at 60 ticks, I suppose, and then I was able to pull day one out. I'm not perfect. I never ever claimed to be, but my overall best trading day has always been on, well, not always, ever since I noticed it in the past. It's been inventory. It's been on the crude oil inventory, or if there's a surprise or some kind of event that happens. Um, I'm not such a great trader in low volatility because I always like to hit that bigger target. I know that those 60 tick wins and 100 tick wins, and those are the fun ones. Today was a decent trade. It just crashed, and now as I'm watching it, it's trading at 50.40. So this trade would have been over no matter what now for me, if I had a trailing contract on. I had to reduce from 2 down to 1 after going down a couple losses in a row. So I just held back. I waited. The market retraced its ass back through 50.67 up through 50.82. The 5 and the 15-minute charts was showing that a possible top was in. There was a high volume bar that kicked in on the blue side. It was just a perfect setup. It kind of, if you look at your 5 and your 15-minute charts today, you'll see that the market kind of tried to push its way all the way back up to the pivot point. Well, on our pivot point study, whatever you want to look at. And it also tried to push its way back up to the 200 bar moving average on both the 5-minute and the 15-minute, and it traded off of that. So there was a big sticking point. So, what am I? I'm still a technical trader by heart. And even with all this bullshit that's going on in the market right now, I still firmly believe that this is one of the best books that you should have in your arsenal, in your, I don't know if you can read that, McGee and Edwards, on technical analysis. Now it says the stock trends, and it was written in the 40s and all that good stuff, or whenever they put it out, but it's still applicable to today. You just have to you have to give yourself either a wide. I'll read what I wrote here at the end of the day, and I'll leave it at this. So in my notes today, I wrote, one day at a time, do the best I can with what I am seeing. And I wrote this today: it is either I have to have very wide stops and larger profit targets in low volatility are the opposite. And I go dot, 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 which one? Question mark. So that's where I am right now. And I'm not saying that I'm perfect, but I know that I have my toolbox trade that I got. I got the CL pit strategy, and it is by far the most profitable trading strategy. It's in my toolbox. It has saved me over and over again and again and again over the years. And it's the nature of the beast, right? You know, I mean, there's a reason behind why that, you know, this is still, when you look at the crude oil market, the one thing that you can't predict, even to this day, is what that inventory, or at least most of us. Obviously, if you're watching this and you're in the know, then God bless you. But what we as traders, or day traders in this case, what we don't know is what that volume is going to be. But the other side of this is, I mean, what's the volume on the report going to come out? How many barrels, and how many barrels are they short? How many barrels are they plus, depending upon the forecast that comes out, right? As you look at today's forecast, and by the way, I never did refresh it because I don't really pay attention to it. What I want to know is there a surprise in the market, and if so, what kind of surprise is it? Today we had a forecast of 1.9 million, and the came in at 2.7 million. So there really wasn't a surprise per se in the market, but this is what you saw. 30-year bond auction today. So you want to be out of the market, you know, around 12.1 in this area right now. The bond market came off, and maybe that's what sent it out. And then you have the federal budget balance, and who knows? Who knows why the market does what it does? Excuse me. I don't know. I don't really want to know in some ways. What I want to know is, can I make money in it? And how can I make money in the market if it's trading the way that I project or predict it to trade? The hardest part about today's trade was letting the market move up far enough so that I could short it. So that's where patience, discipline, the 3 P's, right, that I talk about in the past. Patience, persistence, perseverance. You can probably come up with a lot more P's than that. But and then you have the 3 V's of trading too: volatility, volume, and velocity. So those still apply. All that applies. It's just a matter of how far will the market fall in any given scenario. What I know is ADR as of today was 1.2. It's not 1.5 or higher. So therefore I knew that volatility is a difficult measurement as it relates to how far can a market fall in any given time, especially if you go back and look at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time and look at the market, it actually goes down 1.5p at one point in time, and then it bounces off. I think it was around 24, 26, 50.26 if I'm not mistaken, and it goes from 50.26. It proceeds to work its way all the way up to around 50.92 if I'm not mistaken, 50.93, somewhere in that area, and then it decides to come down. Why did it decide to come down? Sometimes the birds have it, right? As Jim Rohn would say, sometimes you just got to let the birds win it. So in other words, the market was going in a certain direction, and as much as I want to be long, it wasn't a long signal for me. I believe that the market was being manipulated on the long side, and they were pushing it up, and the true movement was going to happen on the short side based upon the volume that I saw in the market. Still, you know. So my core that I'm working on, and what I worked on in my time off, is called volume tick study, and I've got reserved the rights to that website. But in the meantime, I thought, well, I should make some money on some of my stuff that I put together, and how can I make money doing that? And you know, hey, I gotta pay my bills too, and I've got the knowledge as far as it relates to certain strategies that I put together. And I look through some of my members areas. Some of the videos are there, some aren't. It depends on if the website service that I used to use, they were going to charge me ungodly amount of money at at one of, it wasn't Vimeo, it was oh goodness, what the hell was it? But you can have like 100 videos at a certain dollar amount. So I mean, I started dropping stuff like left and right. You know, what I did is I secured all my stuff, right? So it's in there. And my little hard, my hard guard, the hard, how I protect all. Let me find that. Where is it? Ah, look in the right shelf, David, right? I highly recommend that you get one of these, and any stuff that you want to keep in case your computer crashes or if something happens. This is a 1 GB military tested SP Armor is the name of this one. A friend of mine told me about it. So anything that I want to keep and keep, you know, so this is totally detached. It's basically a hard drive in a hard cover. This is what I use. I put it on here. All my video content, everything that I've ever done in the past is here in case, you know, unfortunately my computer would die on me. That's about all I've got right now. I felt like sharing for a little bit today. I shared, I believe, a couple days ago. It's been difficult to come back to trading because part of me doesn't even want to be in front of the computer. But the other part enjoys the challenge. And until I don't enjoy the challenge anymore, I guess I will continue to try to put out educational videos as I see fit and as I see that I can help those that are struggling. I'm not perfect. And like I talked about, I'm not a master trader, never claimed to be, never will be in this lifetime, but I'm a damn good journeyman trader. I know for a fact that I'll get back into funded. It's just a matter of time right now. At some point, I'll get back in funded. Hopefully, it's this reset. I had to reset my combine, and I had to apply some rules on volatility to hopefully follow on a normal trading day what I can. I mean, I hate taking 1p profit target on a trade. I just detest it with a passion. If the market doesn't give me 2p or more, I just really don't want to have anything to do with the market. So, but the other side of this is I want to get back into funded, and hopefully the volatility will keep increasing. I mean, this is the time that the market's going to increase volatility. October through this December area is when it starts to pick up. I guess that's what we're starting to see a little bit. Hopefully we'll continue to see the volatility increase, and then into next year we'll see the increase of volatility. What will I do in the summer? Probably take it off again. So, you know, I'm at that point in my life though, right? I've tried to limit my time as a day trader. So what can I do on the side? Well, I can put my stuff that I've accumulated, my accumulation of knowledge that I've got, and share that with you. But, you know, in the end, I think I should get paid at least a little bit of what I've done in the past. And the market's still going. Where is it now? Oh wow, it's moved all the way back up to 50.65 right now, shooting right back up. This is just the craziest market that I've seen recently. All the retracements that go on inside, and just, you know, find the exit door when you find your profit targets and move on. That's kind of where I'm getting at right now, is that you know, do you see Do you right now at 1.2 on the ADR, do I see the continuation of volatility? Do I see the 100 tick moves? I really have. I've seen the 100 tick move, but it's been like stair stepping and then go back up and then it's just insane type of trying. If you, I guess what I'm getting at, if you are a momentum driven trader and you are looking for these big profit targets, it's not going to happen more times than not in the kind of market that's trading right now. So there's what three is, I think there's been said, I think Van Tharp said there's three different markets. I think he's even got more than that now, but back in the day that I remember taking some courses from him, he would talk about three different markets. He would talk about there's a market that has got high volatility, low volatility, and then you have the market that's just not really doing much of anything. So um, where are we right now as it relates to that? I mean, I think we're in between low and high volatility. We're not in low volatility. We're not in high volatility. So I guess we're at that Goldilocks level where it's kind of medium volatility, but it's not really. I guess it's more on the low side than anything. If I had to rank it in a 1 to 5 scale, I would say it's a 2 out of 5 in volatility. It's nowhere near the 3 halfway volatility. Halfway to me would probably be around 1.5. Once we get up above 2.0, 3.0, then that's when it becomes fun trading, because profit targets are hit quickly. The stop losses when you're in a good trade hardly ever get hit, and if they do, they get hit quickly as well. So you don't sit around and wipe what waiting for the market to decide what it's going to do. Is it going to retrace all the way back to this, that, and the other? It sucks what I've seen right now. So it's more information than you probably wanted to know right now, but thank you for watching. I don't know what else to talk about right now. I've got football practice going on this week. We got 3 games left, 2 regular season and a bowl game. We have a chance to finish 3rd place if we can win our next 2 games, and then we can play for 3rd place. So that's kind of cool. This is a team that up to this point had never won a game, and so right now we're currently 2-3, 7, 8, 9 year olds. But how about this? I guess I'll leave you with this. I'm coaching football, and we had to move from one division to another, or one league conference to another, because of numbers and size. And one of the rules that we didn't know coming in to this new league is that you can have 10-year-olds on the team as long as they're under 100 pounds. The only problem with that is that the 100-pound limit is fine, but there end up being the most athletic athletes on the team that we're opposing. So it makes it rather challenging. I had to come up a way to defend against that. So eventually I put our guys into a 5-3. We shifted. I got rid of another, maybe one day I'll talk about a coach that tried to take over my team, and maybe that'll be a talk for another day. But I did decide that this will be my last year, at least at the youth level, of coaching. So I don't think you can pull me back into it anymore. I said I survived basically 2 presidents. More than that, now that I think about it, it's been a lot of presidents of an organization that I've been able to survive. I've survived a coup attempt, and I keep on ticking. But I think my time's limited. I like to see my boys play. My youngest will be coming out of the program, and I think it's time for me to put the coaching shoes up and be done, and be a fan and be a dad again, and sometimes be that complainer that, I think I know more than the coach sometimes, and a lot of times I'm correct about that, because there's just a few things that I know that I'm confident with in my life. Um, One thing I definitely know is trading. The other thing I know is kind of, well, psychology in that sense, and human behavior. And then as it relates to football, I know my football too, in a sense that I think I can see things that others don't see, and talent that's there that others couldn't see. So I have a great group of kids that I'm with right now, and I've accomplished my goal of getting them some wins. I'd like to finish. Boy, I tell you what, it'd be awesome to finish five. I guess we have an opportunity to finish 5-3 or 4-4. So those are definite possibilities. So um, thanks for listening today. We'll talk to you later on the next video. Bye for now.